So what are the big keys to the game for Texas to win this game versus Florida? Gerald, I'll let you start here.
Yeah, I tipped my hand a little bit on my first one, but I think it's forcing DJ Lagway to be a passer, right? Like forcing DJ Lagway to win the game with his arm is a winning prospect for Texas. If Pete Kwiatkowski does what he likes to do, which is take away what a team does really well, then I anticipate the Texas defensive tackles in the interior of that defense to really play a big part in shutting down the run. And then it puts DJ Lagway in situations where he has to pass. And we've seen DJ Lagway. I mean, the last time we saw DJ Lagway on the field, he threw 5 interceptions. So like that to me, if you force him to pass, it's going to struggle. And you talked about how good their offensive line is, but against Miami, they were getting less than 3 line yards per rush. So the offensive line was creating less than 3 yards per rush. And Miami's got a good offensive line, but Texas's interior is really one of the elite units in the country. And so I really would be shocked if Pete Kwiatkowski doesn't lean into that and say, hey, we're going to make you pass the ball and we're going to make DJ Lagway pass into some weird windows and try to force some turnovers. Because that to me is what Pete Kwiatkowski likes to do. And I think it's going to play really well in Texas's favor.
No, I'm going to piggyback off that kind of and say score early. Because if you score early, get up 10, 14 points, you get the crowd out of the game, and a crowd that I think is going to start chanting fire Billy Napier if you start to score early, and it gets them out of their offense. Like that forces them to throw the football. It forces them into mistakes, which DJ Lagway is prone to. So I completely agree. Score early, get some momentum. Sark talked about that in his press conference of, hey, we have to do a good job of establishing our own momentum, our own energy in these football games. And Texas hasn't really been able to do that. I mean, 2 out of the last, 23, 24 opening drives we scored. That's it. That's not good, guys. We have to be better at that, especially in a game like this. If you can demoralize this Florida team. I really believe that. I think they're very close to quitting. Kind of like you saw Arkansas do versus Notre Dame. I 100% think that's what happened there. I think if you go up 14-0, a lot of those guys on that Florida sideline are going to check out of this football game. So to me, score early, get them out of the game, because I do not want this to be a fourth quarter game in enemy territory for fans that are begging for a close football game.
Yeah, I mean, this would make a season for Florida in some ways, and it would really bolster them a bit. I didn't say this. I meant to say this before. These numbers are nuts. So against Miami, Florida's success rate passing the ball was just 12%. They were able to get half of the yards they needed on a down on just 12% of their attempts. DJ Lagway's end of the game predicted points added as a player was -6 points. He was worth a negative touchdown in that game, right? Forcing DJ Lagway to win this game for Florida is a winning proposition for Texas. There's no 2 ways to say that.
Yeah, if you would have said that, a month and a half ago, people would have laughed at you for saying it. I mean, yeah, it's crazy how the expectations for all these top guys and how they performed this far. And he's probably been the worst out of all of them.
I was expecting this to be the year of the quarterback in the SEC, and it just hasn't been. Like with the guy, again, all of the names, right? DJ Lagway, you've got Arch Manning was supposed to be a guy. You've got Lenore Sellers, who's been good, not great, right? Like I just expected it to be a year of a quarterback across the country, right? Drew Aller at Penn State, Ohio State, Nebraska. It was supposed to be a quarterback heavy year, and it just hasn't materialized. Not sure why.
Am I still with you? Because I see my Wi-Fi flickering.
You're still here.
Okay. Be aggressive with the ball in the air. Again, DJ Lagway is going to throw it in a double, triple coverage. Or if you feel comfortable, go make a play on the football. Go jump a route. Be aggressive in this football game because the ball is there to be had. I think Sark's probably preaching something similar because he likes the aggressive nature when the defense plays with it. And I think there's going to be opportunities for this defense to make plays in this game. Do not be tentative. Do not hesitate. Just go and make a football play. They are going to be there, guys. Just you got to catch them when they're there. Again, if it's raining especially, figure out how to catch the ball. It's already hard enough for some of these guys on defense. That's why they play defense. So be aggressive with the ball in the air when DJ Lagway does throw the football.
Yeah, I think on top of that, like what if they throw the ball, because again, weather conditions might be weird, but also like get aggressive trying to knock the ball out. We've seen Texas have a lot of success with that. Anthony Hill showed he has one of the best peanut punches in the country. So like on top of being aggressive with the balls in the air, don't be afraid to try to pop the ball out of somebody's hands when they're running, because if it's wet, that's going to be a winning factor for Texas. On that same note, I think Texas really needs to play complementary football, right? We've talked a lot about Arch needing to get confidence and the offense needing to find rhythm. And the best way to do that is capitalize on short fields, right? Capitalize when you get the ball with 40 yards to go instead of 65. Capitalize when you've got the opportunity to take those extra possessions, because we've said it before, DJ Lagway is going to put the ball in peril if they pass the ball. So you're going to have opportunities to create turnovers. And when you do, Texas has not been great in recent years playing complementary football. So if Texas can get out there and take advantage of these extra possessions, it's going to snowball really quickly, because DJ Lagway throws an interception, you score, DJ Lagway is going to have to throw the ball more. It's a quicksand situation if Texas can play good complementary football, and this thing could get out of hand really fast.
No, I completely agree. And this is, on the same vein again, make Florida one-dimensional. Again, this is all about forcing DJ Lagway to throw as many times as humanly possible. Make him throw 40 times. Make him throw, if possible, 50 times. Like, literally, I do not want Jaden Ball to go 20 carries for 100 yards. That, to me, is a game plan for Florida that works. That's a game plan that drags us into deep water. That's not a game plan I want to be a part of. I want you to stop the run. And Texas has been great at that. We allow 2.1 yards per carry. I believe that's like the 7th best in the country. If that's what it ends up at, guys, that's going to be number 1 in the country. If you look back at the history of college football the last couple of years, somewhere between 2 to 2.3, 2.4 yards per carry is usually number 1 allowed. So right there, you're going to be number 1 if you keep doing that. So really good job by Texas so far. Keep it going. Again, I just want them to be suffocating. If they can just get this game over early, I truly believe Florida will quit. So that's my last key to the game. Just make Florida one-dimensional.
Yeah, and that goes really well with my last key to the game as well, is, put Florida in third down situations, third and long situations. This is the Texas defense has been good on third downs, and the Florida offense has been on the better side of average on third downs. But again, putting them in third and medium and third and long means that DJ Lagway is going to have the ball in his hands throwing it. So that creates opportunities for you to create these explosive and havoc plays. So that, to me, huge need for Texas.
No, 100%. Let's give our predictions for this game. So Florida, like I said, getting 6.5 points. The over-under here is 42.5. I'm going to go 23-13 Texas. So relatively low scoring. That would put me at the under, but I'm going to take Texas to cover here. I think Texas is just the better football team. I think it's going to be, I give them 13, and I would be kind of disappointed, honestly, if Florida got to that number. But I just have a feeling we might make a mistake that might help them out and score some points for them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I've got Texas at 20. I've got Texas at 24-14 in this one. So I think Texas does cover, but I think, again, there's so much talent. There's so much, and it's going to be a weird game with the weather. There's going to be something uncontrollable. I hate rain games. They look sloppy. They look annoying, and weird things happen. But I do think Texas is probably 10 points better than Florida in this one.
Again, guys, that has been the keys to the game. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. It really helps us out.